route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I wear the crown, the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I wear the crown, the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birth most of the chains in the game?
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it.
It's week 14 of the 2022 season. Up next, we'll see Russell Wilson as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Broncos and the Chiefs on Sunday night.
thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Tonight, the Chiefs defense ready to go to work here on this Sunday night. And the one task with making the calls is going to be this man, their fifth-year linebacker.
And he's been a key part of why this unit as a whole is currently the number 2 ranked defense in the National Football League. But instead of being proud of that, it makes them upset. They don't want to be second best. It's first or nothing to them.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Looking to throw. Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Kansas City defense back onto the field. Nothing on the scoreboard for either side here. 0-0 in the opening quarter as this next drive gets underway. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. A first carry now. This is Williams. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
The Chiefs defense back out there. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Now it's Wilson. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Delivering again to Gordon, and he's got him again. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, Carter, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Wilson. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On 2nd down, Williams. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. And he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The kick by McManus is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points.
The Kansas City defense back onto the field. After the interception, here's Wilson. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Andrew Beck, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 10-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The Chiefs defense back out there. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. Oh, nice move. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Wilson to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Nick Bolton able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Off the draw, here's Williams. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Kansas City defense back onto the field. They'll have to defend the short field here as this drive begins. On 1st down, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Wilson. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Chiefs defense back out there. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start our tour out in the city of Angels, Los Angeles. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Cam Akers, well over 100 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Josh Allen leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And then finally, we finish off Week 14 in the desert. It's the Patriots and Cardinals from Glendale. Time now for a check of the next-gen stat for KC in that first half. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if they continue the way they've been going. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well.
The Kansas City defense back onto the field. And we'll see what adjustments they made at halftime, trailing here to start the third quarter of play. They start the second half here with Williams. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did. Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They give it to Williams, running right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Holding, offense.
The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
Now Wilson on first down. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Albert O, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point from McManus is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. The Chiefs defense back out there. They're in desperate need of a stop here, or certainly a turnover would be nice. They trail fourth quarter as this drive begins 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Kansas City defense back onto the field. They'll be looking to get off the field quickly here. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Patrick. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Denver, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown, me lounge in the back of the spot. They homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel, that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it.
It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and we'll get a look here at Davis Mills. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Texans and the Chiefs, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. Brandon Garden joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Chiefs in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what.
The Chiefs defense ready to see what they can do. And a lot of eyes are going to be on this man in his 5th season at linebacker.
And he's a big reason why this defense is ranked #1 in the NFL against the run. This front seven, they've really stymied opposing blockers, and they'll need to be on their game here as well and allow him to flow and make tackles.
Carry now for Kareem Hunt. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. From the gun, here's Mills. Quick throw. He's got Hunt on the slant. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throwing, Mills. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. 41 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
Well, I'm not quite sure how he got away from that first tackler, but he won't even be able to get it back to the line of scrimmage there as the defense rallies behind him.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Hunt. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now Mills. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and it's now 3-0 Texans. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
The Chiefs defense back out there. And they're playing with a lead here in this first quarter as this drive gets underway. A first down throw for Mills. That's complete. It's Collins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Swings this out for Hunt. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Again, it's Mills. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he's got room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mills. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Mills now. Dancing to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Mills. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit.
The Kansas City defense back onto the field. Their guys have the lead here in this first half, and they'll try to further the cause on their end as this drive begins 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Mills. Mechie has it on the slant. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Mills. This is caught. It's Cooks. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. To throw, Mills. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down and
Mills to the sideline, and out now is Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal try. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punts,
The Chiefs defense back out there. They're in a somewhat unenviable position here to start the game. First down, Mills. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will remain a 5-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Kansas City defense back onto the field. They've been the dominant side so far, working with a 2-score lead here in this third quarter as this next drive gets underway. begin the drive with Hunt. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Mills. Open man there is Collins, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a toss running left, Hunt. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
83 yards on the ground now for Hunt. It'll be a 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Mills. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD. That's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Working out of the gun, Mills. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything. The Chiefs' defense back out there. They've been terrific all game long. Have not let this... Mills on 1st down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this one is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route play deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mills. He's got Jordan complete right side. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The Texans on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Kansas City defense back onto the field. They've been the better of the two sides so far. They've got the 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they try to see this one through to the finish. On 1st and 10, Mills. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Mills to throw it. They'll go screen here to Hunt. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw is Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now Mills on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in. The Chiefs defense back out there. They put in a very good shift so far. And this Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. He'll complete this one to Collins. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing, Mills. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A 1st down throw for Mills. Another completion here to Hunt. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Mills now from the 50. This ball caught by Mechie. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now Mills. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mills now. He gets this one to Mechie. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Texans. John Mechie, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The Kansas City defense back onto the field. On first down, Mills. Into the hands of Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defense. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Looking to throw again on second down. Mills connects here with the tight end Blake Jarwin. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Finding Hunt, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Here's Mills. He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mills again. Outright completes it to Jarwin. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Chiefs, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.
I remember when you lame player made it a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. What you talking that monkey. Get about my face, wearing that monkey. Not that might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money. It's the paper power pastor, burning rubber faster than a call NASCAR. My solo knows that I am not a passer. I will not after any of you fever blizzard. I'm the man now, ain't I work.
It's week 16 of the NFL. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Chiefs and the Hawks, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break. The Chiefs defense on the field now, working with a 3-0 lead here. Clock now on first down. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Locke. Catch is made by Metcalf. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. 23 yards the pickup there. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday once the family... Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jonathan Bostic in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and management became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
A lot of ground to cover here for Locke and the Seahawks. 3rd and long after that sack. Back to throw. Locke. A pass underneath for Carson. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
That. They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the serve?
The Chiefs defense back out there. They just got the benefit of a beautiful punt a moment ago. So this offense backed up down by their own goal line to start this possession. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to pump the ball. They've done so with that first run. They go back to Carson here on 2nd.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Block working out of the gun. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines are raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
The Kansas City defense back onto the field. They'll begin the drive with Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football, but I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. On 2nd and 7, Locke, and his throw here is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. That took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
He'll find Metcalf. And some space here. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. The Chiefs defense back out there. Throwing on first down is Locke. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. First. Clock rolling. Here's Locke. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Locke to throw. Flushed out right. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Clock now on first down. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Locke looks to throw it again.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Locke to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball in a passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
So it's 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3. I'm not sure that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
The Kansas City defense back onto the field. They'll play with a lead here to begin this 3rd quarter. Looking for another solid half of football to carry them to victory.
On play action, Locke. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
The Chiefs defense back out there. They had that strip a moment ago that led to the return for a
On first down, Locke. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. They run again with Carson. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now to the air, Locke. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
The Kansas City defense back onto the field. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go back to Carson here on second. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Carson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it with Carson, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This is Carson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Locke. This is caught by Hilton. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Again, it's Locke. Again, it's Carson with another catch. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They run for it with Carson. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Chiefs... The Chiefs defense back out there. They'll start by looking at a 1st and 10 at the 25. run with Walker to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They look to throw. It's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Locke going to throw. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Walker pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. To throw it is Locke. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Locke, gotta have this one. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Kansas City, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, this loss really hurts their playoff chances as they drop to 7-8 with 2 games left. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Oh, yeah. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a role like me. Military mind state and I keep a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go make Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
took from us. Money still reading, God we trust. Truthfully, we envy, so why we so envious? And why our own kind envy us? Pac said it's hard, but we gotta keep our head up. Going even though we know we